Here's what I think sent you here. Not a crisis, nothing fell apart. Your business is still running and you still show up. You're probably even hitting enough of your numbers that no one around you is worried. But something shifted and you haven't been able to name it to anybody because on paper, you're fine. You built a business that works. And lately, you've been looking at your calendar and feeling something close to dread about the things that you used to want to do. A client you would have loved 2 years ago. A discovery call, you're now counting the minutes until it finishes. And you're doing the same thing you've always done, but it's costing you in a way it never did before. And you feel resentful of the things that you built, of the things that you chose. And you can't say that to anybody because it sounds insane when you spent years making it happen, but it's there. That low-grade resentment for the life you specifically worked to create. And you want to blow the whole thing up, but you also want to protect it at the same time. So you've been half wondering if maybe you just need more leads or a better system or a new offer. And somewhere underneath all of that, you know that's probably not the problem, but you don't fully know what the problem is either. And if you're a woman in your mid-40s to late 50s, you've already built a real business and something about the way you've been running it no longer fits, but you can't just walk away. And that's exactly what this channel is about. My name is Kirsten Carey. This is the Matriarch Rebuild. And I'm going to tell you what it is in plain language so you can decide right now if you want to stay. The short version, I help highly capable women over 40 understand why the way they've been running their businesses no longer fits the woman they are now and what needs to change to make it sustainable again. Not who they were when they built it. That distinction matters. And here's why. The business that you've been running, you probably built before you were like 43 or 44. You built it when your brain and your nervous system had a different relationship to stress and recovery. A hard week, you bounce back by the weekend. You could absorb a full client load, a frustrating sales conversation, a hard month, and come back at 100%. That wasn't discipline. That was biology working in your favor. And what happened is not that you got soft. What happened is that your operating system changed. Perimenopause is not hormones being a little off. It's a full neurological and metabolic shift. Your cortisol curve changes. Estrogen, which was doing a significant amount of the work of recovery and stress that you probably didn't even realize was happening, starts to decline. Your patterns around your sleep changes. The amount of complexity your brain can absorb and process in a day is different. And the things that you used to run at high volumes for years are now running at a different cost. And the business you designed doesn't account for any of that because you designed it before any of that was true. You're running a 2018 strategy through a 2026 nervous system and wondering why the math doesn't add up. That's not burnout. This isn't a mindset problem. And it's not that you need to try harder. You've outgrown the structure that got you here. It's not about working harder. It's not even about working softer either. It's about recognizing when the structure you built no longer fits and adjusting that instead of overriding yourself to keep it running. So here's why this channel exists at the intersection of perimenopause and business strategy. It's not because I'm trying to do two things. It's because you cannot untangle one from the other. You can't look at why your sales are inconsistent without looking at how you're showing up in those conversations. You can't look at why you're exhausted without looking at what your business model is taking from you on a regular basis. And you can't diagnose the revenue problem without understanding the capacity problem. They're the same problem wearing different clothes. And what I see over and over with women in this space, smart, experienced, capable women who have completely lost the thread on their own business while also being able to diagnose everyone else's. Not because they got soft, but because the tool that they had used to diagnose their problems was confidence in the old system, and the old system stopped being reliable. That's a very specific kind of disorientation. So who this channel is for? If you've had some version of the thought, if I were building this from scratch today, I wouldn't build it like this, but you also haven't been able to figure out how to do it instead. If you see that your sales process has a problem, but you can't tell if it's a positioning problem, a conversion problem, or something more fundamental about what you're even selling. If you feel like you're performing a version of yourself that was real a few years ago and feels less real now, and you haven't been able to figure out if that's a business problem or if it's a you problem, or you've been trying not to burn the whole thing down while everyone around you assumes you have it all together because you always have. Now, who this channel is not for, if you want motivation, this isn't the right place. I'm not going to tell you that you're amazing and capable and that you can do hard things, because you already know you can do hard things. That's part of what's making this particular phase so disorienting. You have all the evidence that you can do hard things, and still something isn't working. Telling you to believe in yourself more is not a diagnosis, it's an insult. Now, what I produce here on this channel, we'll talk about how to recalibrate your business so it keeps performing without your body and your nervous system being the cost. That includes how to know what to stop doing, how to adjust your business model, and how to make changes when other people depend on you. Long-form videos consistently on specific business problems I see women in this phase running into, not broad conversations about mindset and possibility. Specific, one problem, one diagnosis, one direction. The kind of video that you watch and then you send to yourself to watch again. Also, short videos that tell you something specific and accurate in under a minute. It's not inspiration. It's something closer to, oh, okay, that's actually what's happening. If this resonates, watch the video on why the woman who has it all together is running on empty next. That's where I'd start. And if you already know something needs to change, but you can't clearly see what from the inside, the richly resourced audit is where we do that work together. The link is below. I'll see you on the next one.